Hi everyone, this is Audrey Alison, and I'm creating this intro for my November forecasts just to let you know that there is a technical difficulty and a glitch that I'm going to absolutely blame on Mercury retrograde as my ruler. Mercury rules me, and you'll see that there's a disconnect between the audio and the video on 9 out of 12 of the forecasts, and I'm not sure why because I've recorded them the same way. So I do apologize. If it's hard to watch, I suggest you do it blindfolded. Could be kind of fun. No, you didn't take a handful of peyote and watch them. They're going to be a little out of sync. So I do apologize, but hopefully the problem will be corrected for next forecast in December. And I won't dare bring the computer in to have it fixed until after Mercury goes direct on November 11th. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the forecast as much as you can. And I'll speak with you next month. Bye. Hi, Capricorn. My name is Audrey Allison, and this is your November 2013 forecast for the month, your horoscope/taroscope. And I wanted to thank you so much for all the love you've shown me on YouTube and for subscribing and sharing and liking my posts. And let's just jump right into it. We've got a busy month. I thought last October was hectic planetarily, but this is off the chain. So we've got November 3rd. We have a new moon annular solar eclipse, and this is an 11 degrees Scorpio. We have been coming off a tail end of several eclipses here. Starting in April, we've had 2. Then in May, there were 2. And July, October, and now November. It's actually rare to have this many. This is the 7th. So we have this in Scorpio for you, Capricorn. So this will be governing your 11th house of dreams, wishes, hopes, friendships, organizations, groups, clubs. It's a big house. 11th house is a great place for a new moon to start and to fall, because if you're interested in starting new ventures, which is really good to do on the new moon, you could be joining new clubs, joining new interests that you're into that have been simmering in your mind but can now be implemented. Also, with an eclipse, it brings change. So changing in the 11th house could mean your dreams suddenly shift. Your hopes and wishes, things that have been with you for a long time, you could find you're really into doing something else or something that's triggering your soul wishes. It's a pretty big new moon, so you want to think about your intentions and hone in on what it is that you want to manifest, because to dream it is to do it. So falling into that 11th house, it's really good way to start the month right off the bat. Now we have November 5th. Venus is going into Capricorn. And we love this for you because you are a Capricorn, and this is rare. Check this out. Venus transits usually every 30 days, but now when she goes into Capricorn on the 5th, she's going to retrograde shortly after that, which means it's going to extend her stay for 4 months in this sign for you. I don't think there's a Capricorn on Earth that's not going to be looking real fine for 4 months. I mean, Venus is the planet of love, tends to make you really attractive and shine and look good and feel more loving and amorous, but it's also the planet of money. It's a dichotomy planet. It's got love and it's got money because it governs Libra for love and Taurus for possessions and finances. So, being the Capricorn that you are going to be spreading the love and spreading the dough, because this is amazing to have Venus in your sign for 4 months. So look forward to attracting people to you, looking more attractive, and attracting the finances and the money that you deserve. So that's an amazing transit for you. I'm happy to relay that message. Now on November 7th, Jupiter retrogrades in Cancer at 20 degrees, where it's been stationed since last June 26th, and will be there still through July of 2014. Now, that for you means, Cancer is your polar opposite sign, Capricorn. So this is actually a really good placement for you, because Cancer is right across from you in the astrological wheel, which means that energy is funneled down into you. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance, luck, expansion, growth, benevolence. It's like you've got really good November ahead. And that's also rules your seventh house. The sign across from you is your seventh house of partnerships. That's who you attract. Cancers and Caps go together superbly. So your seventh house of marriage, relationships, partnerships is highlighted. But now that Jupiter's retrograde, I don't even get discouraged about it, because Jupiter is so benevolent that and beneficial and kind, that even in a retrograde, his energy is amazing. So if anything, he's just going to slow down a little bit. Maybe he's just been amping up that relationship sector for you, so now he can chill out for a minute so you're not too exhausted. On the 11th of November, Mercury finally goes direct, 2 degrees Scorpio, thank goodness. And Scorpio is in your 11th house again. So you've got a lot of 11th house activities of clubs and groups and friendships, organizations, dreams, wishes, and hopes. Big house. So now that Mercury is direct, Mercury being the planet of communications and the mind and the intellect and the technologies and the short distance travel and communications, you could find that you're able to express yourself to these friendships and to these groups that you maybe haven't been able to in the past. It's maybe easier for you to be understood in your friendships. With this Mercury retrograde, that's where it hits. So maybe you've not been so sociable at that time. And now you can look forward to doing so again after the 11th. On the 13th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces, 2 degrees Pisces. Now, Neptune is comfortable in this home sign of Pisces. That's what it governs. Neptune is a planet of illusion and disillusion and dreaminess and fogginess and magic. Now, having this go direct in your 3rd house, Pisces for you, Capricorn, is in your 3rd house of communications. Put it this way, halfway through November, you are absolutely communicating better than you have been in October and through the first half of November. Having the rose-colored glasses removed and your thoughts being able to be expressed better is a very positive thing in your 3rd house. So good for you. We're so excited that Neptune is now direct. On the 17th of November, we have a full moon, 25 degrees in Taurus. And it's not an eclipse, it's just the full moon. And that is in your 5th house of creativity, children, and romance. So, what is illuminated here for you in this 5th house is your relationships with your children. And full moons bring on change and culmination, things to a head as well. So if you're in a romance, you might be rethinking which way it's going, or you could just be finding more creative ways to exist in that romance, which is a good thing. The 5th house is a fun house, but I'm just concerned about the full moon aspect with the 5th house, because full moons bring things to a culmination or a head, and they completely dismantle things, or they bloom it over the top. So if your intentions were set on this past new moon to establish a greater relationship, then your chances of that being more successful are positive at this full moon. On the 19th, Chiron goes direct. All these direct motions, I'm loving it. 9 degrees Pisces. And Chiron is that asteroid I spoke of last month, the wounded healer. And that's also in your 3rd house. Again, these communications with you, Cap, it's like you're finally talking, you're you're expressing yourself better than you ever have come the 2nd half of November, which is amazing. I love it when a Capricorn speaks, because they have a vast knowledge about several topics. So they're a very interesting breed and someone great to talk to. So I'm glad you are speaking again. Now we have the sun going into Sagittarius on November 21st, who will be there for a month. Sag is in your 12th house, Cap, and that's your secrets, your secret house. Now the sun shining in your secrets is a bit ironic. So what does this mean? It means that your spirituality, which is also the 12th house, and your inner reflections and your deeper thoughts and your private intimacies, what's going on internally with you, will be highlighted for you. It doesn't mean it's going to be highlighted outwardly, it's just highlighted from within. And I'd like to pull some cards and see what this has to say as well, because I have a warm feeling about that. It's good to remain introspective also. It's good to have that balance. If you're communicating a lot, you still can be grounded in that 12th house. Okay, well, I'm getting the Justice card. That's balance. I'm all shocked. I'm like, this really works. That's the balance that I just spoke of if you're being extra communicative and having a lot of third house stimulation and having Mercury direct now, the balance of having that 12th house, the quieter side of the not speaking stimulated, that's the balance. And that's just the validation right there. Libra, the scales. Let me pull another one for you. The Lady of Staves is a younger fire sign female or fire rising, fire ascendant female, Leo, Aries, Sag. She is a lover of the new and a lover of dance and a lover of beats and movements and drums and passion. I'm just vibing on this. I don't really know why. It's just what I do. I'm thinking that there is a newness, a young spirit within you that's going to come out either in that 12th house or in that 5th house where you're dealing with your children and being young at heart and childlike and fun-loving and gameful. There's a squirrel literally trying to claw over the top of my fence. He's so excited, like looking. I've had so much animal activity today. It's like crazy, but it's super cute. Anyway, Capricorn, listen, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'm really thankful again for you tuning in. My name is Audrey Alison, and you can find me at audreyallison.com. I'm also on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. And I hope you have a beautiful November. I wish you all the best and have a sweet day. I'll see you next month.